The world has been looking elsewhere. The Gaza Strip has once again been descending into violence. It's a repeat of the events of 2 years ago when Palestinian rocket attacks led to an all-out assault on Gaza by the Israeli military. In a moment, we'll be speaking to Dr Izzeldin Abuelaish, a Hebrew-speaking Palestinian doctor and a pioneer of Israel's IVF program. He lost 3 daughters in the Israeli attacks. He's written a book, I Shall Not Hate, a Gaza doctor's journey. But first, a look back at the doctor's story from Middle East correspondent Ben Knight.
He was a Harvard-educated obstetrician, respected on both sides of the border. One night, his home in Gaza came under Israeli attack. He was due to appear on an Israeli television news show, and his situation was broadcast live by telephone to a stunned Israeli audience. The doctor's Israeli friends called the military commanders. They sent an ambulance to evacuate the doctor's brother and his seriously injured 17-year-old daughter to a hospital inside Israel. 3 of his daughters and a niece were dead. His grief was played out before the world's cameras.
I was fully believing, that health can be a bridge for peace between Palestinians and Israelis. Within the borders of the hospital, all are equal. Why not to be outside equal?
His brother showed the ABC the girl's bedroom, which took the full force of the shelling. An Israeli investigation claimed there had been Hamas gunfire from the house next door. It also said suspicious figures were inside the doctor's house, using it as a lookout. Dr Abuelaish continues to believe in peace. At the time, he said he hoped his children would be the last price to pay. Ben Knight, Lateline.
After the deaths of his daughters, Dr Izzeldin Abuelaish accepted a post in Canada and currently lives there with his 5 surviving children. He joins us now from Toronto. Dr Izzeldin Abuelaish, welcome to Lateline.
Thank you.
I know that you were hearing that, and 2 years on, you say that you see that day every day.
It's every minute, every second. It's living with me as I am living and breathing. It runs with me. And it's painful that till now the same situation is happening, the same craziness is going on. Can we put an end? Till now we didn't learn the lesson. This tragedy, it must be a lesson for everyone. What can be done to prevent any more tragedies?
I'd like to take you back, if I can, to, I suppose, where it started for you, and that was your decision to become a doctor. Very early on, you saw being a doctor as a way to bridge the gap, didn't you?
Yeah, of course, you know, as a child, as a Palestinian child who was born, raised in refugee camps, to suffer, I dreamed. And I urge everyone to dream, because the dreams are close to reality and nothing is impossible in life. And also medicine, it has one face. It has a human face. It focuses on saving lives, on healing and giving and doing for the sake of humanity. And that's what do we want to learn, to save lives, because the most precious thing in the universe is a human being and the freedom. A human life which has been valued by all religions, by every human being. We must understand that saving one, you save the world. Killing one, you kill the world. Can we start to adopt these values and to practice them in our life on a daily basis, and to teach them to our children and our people in this world?
Well, you made the choice as well to work in an Israeli hospital. How difficult was that to, as you have done all your life, as you put it, have one leg in Palestine and one leg in Israel?
I believed in it. I was honest in it. And when I went there to show my Israeli colleagues that the Palestinian is equal to them, is similar to them in a time where they used to see the Palestinians as workers serving them, not to see them as a medical doctor, as skilled as they are, as a human as they are, as someone who saves, as they save with a future, as a parent, as a father who cares. And I believed in it, and it made a difference in others' perception. And, you know, I missed it. And it was promising that we can continue with that, because health, as I said, it can make a difference, which is highly valued by everyone. Because once you are healthy, you have peace in mind. And with the health, with the definition of health, it's not just the physical, it's the mental, the spiritual, where people can feel safe, secure, happy and healthy.
But that decision to work in Israel, there were enormous challenges for you. I mean, besides the obvious financial challenges of wanting to become a doctor in the first place, what was life like living in Gaza, making that border crossing 1, 2, maybe 3 times a week?
It gives me the determination that nothing is impossible in life. There are challenges, there are difficulties in life, but nothing is impossible. I can say to you, if there is a will, there is a way. We need to be determined and not to underestimate ourselves, and to be confident in what do we want to do. I challenged and I faced those challenges. I succeeded in that, and I was focused, I was concentrated. My aim is to reach the hospital and to treat my patients in spite of the challenges, crossing the borders with the intimidation, the humiliation, but my eyes are focused to reach there, to the hospital, to be with my patients. And this was satisfactory to me, to give me the happiness that I wanted. When you help and when you heal, the happiest moment for me when I handle a baby to his mother. The happiest moment for me when a mother comes to get pregnant and to help her to come, telling me that the pregnancy test is positive. That's what do we want, to be focused and to think of the impact of our efforts.
One of the most extraordinary accounts in your book is when you were away from Gaza, you were travelling and you learned that your wife has become seriously ill with acute leukemia, and you try to go home, and at every turn you're frustrated. There's another security check, another border closed, another checkpoint. It takes you some 14 hours to do what really is a 1-hour drive. How, in those circumstances, with your wife in intensive care, did you grit your teeth and wait and wait and wait?
You know, this man-made suffering, it's not from God. It's people like me and you who did it for me. Can they get beyond that and to think of justice, to like for others what do they like for themselves, to deal with others the way that would like to be dealt with? At that time, all of this suffering, I wanted just to be close to my wife and to see her in her last minutes. It was very painful, but till now it's painful. Hundreds, even thousands of Palestinians are suffering the same. I succeeded to write my book to show the humanity. It's a human message for everyone in this world who cares about others, who wants to make a difference in this world. And can we change our course of dealing with each other with respect, and that the dignity of the Palestinians equals the dignity of the Israelis. The safety of the Palestinian is from the safety of the Israelis, not dependent on the safety or dignity or security of the Palestinians. Till now, we didn't learn that. We are practicing, as you said, in Gaza last week, 17 or about 20 people were killed. Why? Can we change that? Killing will never lead to any way. Only saving and just saving and giving a bright future for our children.